been neglecting the hard body. So today we're in the big garage with the Audi and the hard body, and we're going to actually install a well, not a removable right now, but just an energy steering wheel. This steering wheel, I have no airbags, so I'm not really taking anything away, and it's really kind of nasty. You can see kind of that shine to it. The leather is pretty much gone. It's just probably 8 different owners, just like boogers and crap all over it. So I'm ready to remove it. It's really slick anyway, and I want something as I'm driving it more, just a little bit more comfort. So we're going to put on the energy hub here. This part number, this is for all like D21 trucks. You're going to look at the SRK 140H is the energy hub. And then you can get pretty much any wheel. I'm not going with a quick disconnect on this. I'm not concerned with that. Just the hub and the wheel for now because I don't want it sticking out too far. And this, again, this doesn't have an airbag, so I'll set the camera up, but we're just going to basically pop this out and then use that, I believe a 20 or 21 to basically get one nut loose and then put everything on. It should be pretty quick. So first thing would be that I'm going to do is remove the horn fuse. So that's this little guy right here. Use my fuse puller. You can see the horn. It's number 10. And then pull that puppy out. There we go. Leave her right there, just so we don't want it going off. It'll make things easier. Okay, so actually underneath the steering wheel, we have one screw. So there's just going to be one here. It's a Phillips head screw. Should be pretty easy to get out. Hopefully I don't have to go get a bit for it. Socket. Nope. Pretty easy. On the airbag models, you're going to have Torx bits to remove. So I think they're Torx 50s, and there'd be 2 of them. You would have to, and then disconnect the airbag. But this is kind of an easier setup. It's pretty much the same though in that regard, just removing screws. Okay, now that we remove that screw, this should come out pretty easy. Pull, pull, and that's the horn assembly there. So we kind of take that out again. No airbag in here. Pretty straightforward. Let's see what size this is. I've heard varying things here. 19, a little bit bigger. That's definitely not going to do it. 19. It's a 19 millimeter. At least mine is. Airbag models, later models may be different. This is a 91. So all we're going to do is try to keep the steering wheel straight. Loosen it. Pretty loose already. So go ahead and loosen it up. I'm not going to loosen it up all the way. I'm going to loosen it up pretty close, right? And then I'm going to straighten the steering wheel the best I can. Put the key in. It's pretty straight right now, but straighten out the best we can. Okay. And then what I'll do is I'll start going back and forth with it. I may have to get a sledge, but the reason I'm leaving the nut on is so when the wheel does come loose, it doesn't bash and hit me in the face. So you can hit it. There we go. And now it's loose. Take the nut all the way off. And the wheel's off. There we go. Next step would be to put on the hub. So I will be using the horn. I want to utilize the horn function on other builds or my other car. I didn't really care about it. I made a separate button for the horn. But this one I am going to keep the horn on. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this on as so here, trying to keep maybe the NRG portion up high. But we have these 2 wires here for the horn. Just connect right in. Pretty straightforward. Just put the hub on and tighten the nut back up. Nut back up. I'll tighten it pretty tight. I may have to actually put the wheel on and hold the wheel to get it really tight, but we'll see in a sec. That's pretty tight. Okay. Next is the wheel portion. So next is the wheel portion. So this is an NRG wheel. It's a suede wheel. This is kind of just temporary for now. I have another one coming. This is like the wheel I use for my race car. If you see my other videos, you know what kind of car that is. But I'm just going to put this one on for now. So pretty straightforward. Let the wires come through. The NRG horn button actually has the wires that you would need to connect right here. So we can kind of connect those right here. Yellow goes to, obviously it's male to female and female to male. Pretty self-explanatory. Put it on. I'm gonna tuck it in. Before we send it to town, let's make sure one more time that this is tight. Yeah, I mean, I can tighten it a little bit. I don't want to strip it, so that's pretty good. And then we'll go through and put this on. Should be good to go here. Yep. The only problem is we may not have enough room for the horn with the nut. So we'll see how close we can get it and then kind of go from there. Oh yeah, that's not going to work at all. So maybe no horn. The reason being is because the nut comes right up to the button here. So unless I do some work on this button, I'm not going to be able to put that on. So what I'll do is I'll disconnect the button. There we go. And we'll just put the wheel on for right now. And then I'll test the horn by just touching the wires when we're done. But I got these nice titanium bolts that we can throw on here. Not that this is really a show car by any means, but we can put these puppies in here. Okay. Feels good. Okay, so now we'll put the fuse back in for the horn. Even though I don't have the horn button hooked up, I'm going to attempt to make sure that when these wires are connected, the horn will work that way. I can try to find a horn button, make a horn button, do something like that. So here we go. Definitely works. So again, this button, unless you have a quick release, because it will extend it out and that nut won't be in the way, this NRG button really isn't going to work for this, just because it doesn't recess enough. It doesn't go in far enough. Your only option here is to kind of leave it like this. I may be able to work in another button. I'll see what I have lying around. For right now, if I need a horn, I have it. But this is just, you can already feel this is going to be just a much better setup, much more grip, further away from the steering wheel a little bit. And it just, I don't know, it's more comfortable. Bringing it a little updated because it is from 1991. So we're updating the car just a smidge. Didn't have airbags anyway, so I wasn't losing out on any safety features. This is definitely more safe than that old beat up one that I'll probably, contract a virus from. So, but here is the final product. Fits very well, as you can see, very nice. And thanks for watching.